Hey there. Hey, what's up, you guys? How are you? I hope you're having a fantastic start to your workday. I am so excited to be live here with you. And today I'm talking all about consistency and self discipline and how it can help you show up and live your most best life ever. We've all heard the saying that says, "We are what we repeatedly do." Okay, we've heard that. Therefore, right, we must become the master of our habits, our thoughts, and our life. We've got to become a master at what we do repeatedly. Self discipline. Let's be honest. For most of us, it's a work in progress, wrapped with good intentions, procrastinations, and feelings of failure. But it doesn't have to be like this. Self discipline is like everything else, it is a practice. Not every day will be perfect, but each day with its failures, its setbacks, its wins, whether they're little or big, is progress. And that's what self discipline is all about. My name is Carissa Adkins, and I'm the CEO and founder of 365 Daily Hustle. I'm the number one mindset and success coach, helping lady bosses boss up their bodies, mindsets, and bank accounts. Now, as women, we tend to want to help everybody else, right? But how can we truly lead and show up as powerhouse leaders if we cannot seem to help ourselves first? Well, today's topic is definitely here to help you boss up. And like I said before, today I'm going to talk about self discipline and consistency and why you need to become a little bit more disciplined in your personal life so that you can show up consistently in your business, your relationships, your health, everything. Right. So feel free to drop your comments or questions or just ahas in the chat. If you're catching this live, give me a hashtag live right now. Let me know where you're watching this from. If you're catching this on a replay, awesome. Let us know if you're catching this on the replay by just simply putting hashtag replay in the comments. Okay, so let's get to it. Okay, so there was once a time that I had zero discipline when it came to showing up for my health, for my life, and for my business. You see, in 2011, I was broke, I was fat, I was depressed, I had a lot of hate towards myself, and I was not consistent at anything at all besides making a shit ton of excuses and reasons for why I could not show up. You see, I used to be a huge excuse maker and I blamed everyone for the life that I had. That was me being consistent. Like, at least I can say that for myself, right? I was consistent with making excuses. However, that is not the woman I am today. In 2011, sitting in the doctor's office, I got some hard to hear truth. The doctor looked at me square in the eye and she said, "Carissa, if you do not change your lifestyle habits today, you will not be around for your family in 10 years. Like, that's the path of destruction that I was on. I smoked 2 packs of cigarettes a day. I was on antidepressants because of obviously my mood. I had a terrible relationship towards food, fitness, motivation, intimacy, money, you name it. My relationship with it was kind of going down the drain. And my life was feeling like it was starting to fall apart. But that woman's words awakened something so deep inside me, something that I hadn't heard ever in my life. She said, "Carissa, if you don't change your lifestyle habits today, you might not be around for your little ones and your family later on." Remember, those were the words that really stuck out to me. Those were like the knife coming right into my gut. I was like, ugh. Now, at first, don't get me wrong, I started making excuses. I was feeling very hurtful. I was like, how dare this woman, right? How dare she call me out on my shit? She doesn't know me. And then the next day came, right? So I drove home. I was crying. I was mad. I was sad. I was upset. I was, like screaming in the car on the whole way home. But it wasn't until the very next day, sitting on the couch, I looked over at a picture of my mom. And you guys, for the first time in my entire life, I saw just how happy she was. A lot of you have known my story, but just in case you haven't, I'm going to finish telling you this. So I was sitting there and I looked over at a picture of my mom. And for the first time, y'all, in my entire life, I saw just how heavy she was. I saw all 320 pounds of her. I saw her stressed out, burnt out life. I saw the overwhelm. I saw obesity. I saw cancer. I saw the lack of life that she had the lack of energy that she had. And that was the moment that I said, fuck this. I am doing something different. I am breaking the terrible generations of poor eating, unhealthy habits, constant stress. I am breaking that chain. I will no longer accept that this is my outcome. Thank God, right? So I'm going to fast forward to to today. I created such a disciplined woman in my journey to becoming healthy. And that discipline gave me structure. It gave me freedom. It gave me happiness. And now it has given me the life of my dreams. I am living my most epic life. I mean, I have a great husband who supports me and challenges me. I have 2 amazing kids. I have a business that's thriving. But again, I have built all of this. I have built my empire on discipline and consistency. Okay. So sitting at the dining room table over a decade ago, right, I knew that my transformation, the weight loss transformation that I wanted and needed to have and to take, wasn't going to happen by doing so much shit to the extreme. Right. And that's where so many women get it wrong. If they're trying to get healthy, if they're trying to grow their business, they go into like this panic mode and they're like, I've got to do it all. And I'm going to tell you, it's not about doing it all or doing shit to the extreme. My results, okay, not just losing close to 100 pounds of fat off my body, but being able to keep that off. Right? I am all about teaching women how to have sustainability in their life, sustainable business growth, sustainable health growth. And we get sustainability by doing shit consistently, by becoming disciplined, by becoming a master of our mindsets. So I want you to think about, we take everyone else, right? We want to help them. We serve our communities. We show up as powerhouse leaders in the businesses that we run. We show up in our corporate lives. Like, we show up like Wonder Woman in every other area of our life except for our own. So I want to encourage you, if you are ready to step up to the plate and become more successful in your health, your life, your business, your relationships, I want you to first lead yourself. You have to first become very disciplined with your own life. Okay. So, today we're going to talk about discipline and consistency. I hope that's okay with you. If you're excited, give me a hell yes in the chat right now. And I will continue moving forward. So, happiness, success, great health, and fulfillment, it all stems from focus and self-discipline. Studies show that people that are self-disciplined are happier. And if you're asking how or why can this be, it's because with discipline and self-control, we actually accomplish all of our goals that we truly care about. Self-discipline is the bridge between the goal and the accomplished goal. Okay. Everyone can set goals. Not everyone will achieve them, sadly. And by this time in January and February, in this time of the year, right, it takes about 45 to 60 days before people on their health journey or on their business journey, they start to lose the motivation. They start to give up on their goals. And about 60 days in, they have completely said, forget it. Forget it. The difference between going from here to here is consistency. Taking consistent, inspired action every day. Consistency comes from being self-disciplined. So self-discipline, again, it didn't just help me lose the weight forever, but becoming self-disciplined has allowed me to go from a coaching, like a coaching company who made maybe $10,000 in my first year in business to a global multi-six-figure company. Self-discipline. The beautiful part about self-discipline, ladies, is that it can be taught. It's a skill. I learned it all on my own. What took me 5 to 7 years to create a self-disciplined woman is now taking my clients around 6 to 12 months to do. So think about that, right? Like, yes, we can learn everything on our own, or we can take the easier path, the faster path. It's like buying your Disney Fast Pass. Like, you invest in a Fast Pass at Disney because time is valuable and you want to create all these memories and you want to get to that shit like now. That's what you do when you hire a coach. We fast pass our results. So the benefits of being disciplined. I know you know probably the benefits, but let me just like put them out there. So some benefits of becoming a disciplined woman is that you will be able to achieve your long-term and your short-term goals. Self-discipline allows women and men to resist immediate wants in support of the higher impact, right? So day to day, we can say no, 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 because we're really thinking long term about our long term goals. So let me give you an example. I had a client come to work with me. She had been working with me for about 4 months. Prior to working with me, she was lacking discipline when it came to her emotional eating. Every time she felt some sort of emotion, whether it was happiness, stress, anger, sadness, she would turn to food to cope with those feelings. She also had a serious problem with working out every day. She's like, I don't know why, right? She's like, I want to so badly. But she said, I have a tendency to start off strong. And then a couple weeks in, I'm like, meh, meh, meh. Okay. So after just 4 months of working with her, I helped her develop the mindset and the habits of self-discipline. And that's what we do as Boss Up Babes, right? A Boss Up Babe is someone who is willing to try new things, take courageous action, work on her mindset, like, and just step up to the damn plate. I helped her step up to the plate and I helped her create the habits of self-discipline. All of that happens on the mindset side. Organization, structure, discipline, consistency, all of these things is all a mindset, like mindset work. Okay. So I helped her develop the habit of self-discipline and when it came to her sugar cravings and when it came to her lack of movement. 20 pounds later and so much discipline, she can literally call herself a boss up babe now. And it's so cool. Okay, a second reason why it's important to become more disciplined is it will help increase your physical health. So women who are disciplined are able to show up for their physical bodies better. It's just point blank, right? We get to go to the gym without making excuses. We have an easier time making healthier choices around nutrition. And then as a self-disciplined woman, I make it a point every single day to work on my habits and my routines to help me manage my high demand, my stressful, like the stress of my life and the high demand of my busy business. So you becoming more disciplined can not just help you mentally, right? Your mental health, but also in your physical health. Becoming a disciplined woman positively can impact your relationships too. So if you're struggling with your relationships, I want you to listen up. Self-discipline can make your relationships healthier. The capacity for self-control is for you to show up as an empathetic woman is huge. Right? I don't know about you, but I am a woman who's very strong-willed. I'm like, it's my way or the highway. And sometimes I tend to show up like that in my relationships. And it's not healthy, right? Because when I show up like it's Carissa's way, no way or the highway, my blinders are on and I can't see different perspectives. I can't see my partner's perspective or his viewpoint. I can't see other clients' viewpoints or perspectives. So I have created discipline as a woman so that I'm not so defensive when we're called out on our shit. Becoming a self-disciplined woman will help you override your automatic defensive reactions and adapt more constructive behaviors, right? That contribute to a healthier, happier relationship. Are you guys following me here? Hopefully you're learning some interesting stuff here. Okay, so let me continue on. A fourth reason why I absolutely love being so freaking disciplined is it creates resiliency. Okay. And resiliency is your resiliency meter is how quick you're able to bounce back from the bullshit and the setbacks. So people look at my life and they're like, oh, she must never experience any setbacks or struggles or challenging times. And that's BS. I'm a woman just like everybody else, right? However, I am resilient because I am disciplined. Okay. Self-discipline can be your superpower and it will help you create more resilience. Okay. And then two more, and they're important ones. So becoming a self-disciplined woman will help you feel happier. You know how many women I get on the phone with and they're ultimately not really happy in certain areas of their life. They're too busy faking it, trying to show and prove to everyone that they're happy, that they're so miserable on the inside. The more productive you are, the more creative and happy you are, right? So when you feel happy, you're able to be more productive. Hello, time hack, right? Like all of you women who are like, I don't have time to do X, Y, and Z. Well, if you were more productive, you would feel happier and healthier at the end of the day. So the more we feel that we're in control of our life, our behaviors, our habits, and our sense of the more we have that control in our life, our behaviors, and our habits, the better sense of fulfillment and well-being we have, and that makes us happy. Okay, so at the end of the day, I can literally say, well, I feel really, really fulfilled, and I feel so happy today, and it's because I have built self-discipline, right? I'm no longer following the shiny, bright objects. I'm no longer, like letting people that are negative get into my life. I am disciplined. And the sixth and final thing I want to talk on, it's probably the most important one because so many women are struggling with anxiety and depression right now. And if that's you, I just want to remind you that you don't have to suffer with depression or anxiety. So when you build a life full of discipline and self-control, right, you can decrease your anxiety in your life. You get to choose how much anxiety you're willing to let in. You get to choose how you feel each and every day. When you are in control of how you act, you are less likely to feel anxious. You're able to accomplish tasks on time and get more done. So it's a big motivator for learning how to build discipline. Am I right? So learning how to build discipline can allow you to ditch the bad habits, accomplish your goals, and change your life completely. So I want you to think about building discipline as investing in yourself. So let's talk about how you can become more self-disciplined, because that's obviously, the main reason why everyone is here, right? Is Carissa, teach me how I can become more self-disciplined. How can I become a boss up babe? Well, number one is you can count down, then take action. So when you're feeling particularly unmotivated, you can count down from 5, then force yourself to do whatever it is you're doing. A quick countdown can help you shift you into the right mental space to get motivated. One of my favorite books, and one of the books that have impacted my life greatly, is Mel Robbins' 5-second rule. Now, if you've heard of it and you have yet to buy it, or you've heard of it, you've bought it and it's sitting on your shelf, dust that shit off and start reading it. Okay. That little simple 5-second rule literally puts me back into control of my day. And it also helps me take inspired action. Okay. So that's number one, is if you're not feeling like motivated to go out and do shit, whether that's with your health, your business, your life, your relationships, I want you to give yourself a countdown and then take action. It's as simple as that. I literally, in the morning, sometimes I'm like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, get your ass out of bed. And then I do, right? A second tip to help you become more self-disciplined is you can put your goals where you can see them every day. So just saying your goals, I know, is scary. However, writing them down makes you actually reaching your goals that much closer. And this is not the goals and intention setting masterclass, but one of the tips that I also give in that class is tell someone about your goals, like know your goal, tell someone, write it down, put it into action, right? So I'm just going to talk about writing your goals right now. So when you write down your goals, it makes it more real. It becomes part of you and how you build the discipline around it. So if you're trying to lose 10 pounds, write your goal down. Personally, I write my goals down on my bathroom mirror. I have them, of course, on my board right here on my whiteboard paper. I tell everybody that wants to hear about them, literally, even if you don't want to hear about them, I'm like, oh my God, these are my goals. What are yours? Like, it's just something that I love to talk about is goals. Okay. So write down your goal in your yearly planner, put it in your kitchen calendar. It should be everywhere you look. I even like every couple of weeks, I send myself a reminder of my goals in my phone. So it's really, really kind of cool. So yeah, number 2, put your goals everywhere and anywhere. Number 3 is you can remind yourself why you started. So all of the self-discipline tips here, this is the one that can really help you get going and keep going when life is throwing you some fucking curveballs, okay? I literally just got done doing a keynote talk in Omaha, Nebraska, where I talked all about your why and why it is so damn important, okay? So your why will help keep your eye on the end goal, right? So when you know your why, you will be able to stay motivated and consistent towards reaching your goals. And if you're like, no, Carissa, I know my why, and I still find myself in that shitty habit loop where I start, stop, start, stop. And I will say this then, you have not figured out your real why. You started at the surface level and you scratched. So like, I just want to be healthier for my kids, or I just want to grow this business for my family, right? Like, that's great. We all want to get healthy and we all want to grow, badass businesses. But why do we want to do that? And then why do we want to achieve that? And then why do we want to go? You see what I'm saying? I go deeper, deeper, deeper. It's like a beautiful slice of tiramisu, right? The bottom is the juiciest part. Okay. So I want you to consistently remind yourself of your why. When times get hard, I'm telling you when, because the when is so important, because let's face it, we're all going to the when is always going to happen. Every once a week, once a day, once a month, you're going to get knocked on your ass. And then you're going to remember why you started. Okay. So knowing your why is really important. A fourth how to, and you don't have to do all of these, you guys, just pick one or two of them. The fourth one is to set small goals first. So many women I talk on the phone with, they're like, oh my God, I'm going to lose 60 pounds in like 2 months. And I'm like, don't do that. Hold the phone. Stop, because it's not going to get you consistent results. Okay. And this is all about you being disciplined and showing up consistently in order to reach your goals. So consistency and confidence, right? You actually reaching those goals is all going to start with the small micro goals. Okay. So try not to overwhelm yourself with how to build discipline by setting the bar so high. Build your confidence by setting and achieving small goals before you go to the big ones. Let me give you an example. If your goal, your ultimate goal, is to run a 5K without stopping, set an initial goal of running 1 mile without stopping. You see how it's a bigger goal broken down into a smaller goal? And then you could even, if you've never ran, but you've always wanted to run a 5K, but you've literally never even ran a mile, you break them 1 mile down even into short bursts, right? I just want to run 100 meters without getting out of breath. I just want to be able to run a full lap around a track without getting out of breath, right? Start small, be patient with yourself, and try not to get frustrated with the process. Accomplishing these small goals first can give you the motivation you need to keep going. When I was trying to lose, I didn't realize I wanted to lose 100 pounds. I broke my health down into 5 to 10 pound increments. I said, Carissa, just focus on the first 5. The 5 became 10. And I was like, if you can lose 10, you can lose 20. If you can lose 20, you can lose 40. Almost 100 pounds later, you guys, I was able to lose that weight forever. Not a lot of people can say that. And that's what I'm teaching my clients how to do. Forever results. It's fucking badass. Okay, so number 5, practice prioritizing. So decide which tasks or priorities are worth dedicating the most effort to. I call these the big ass needle movers. Then organize your day to totally crush them. So if you set a plan, right, you've created your plan, you're less likely to procrastinate. So put things, like I always say, at the top of a paper, write down what your priorities are. Right. So if your goal is to get healthy and you want to stay disciplined and consistent on reaching your health goal, that's the key word, is to actually reach your health goal. In order to do that, you have to be disciplined and you need consistency in your life. So make yourself a plan full of small mini action steps, right? Mini goals. So then once you start according to that goal, you need to then prioritize what's important to you. So if you're trying to lose 20 or 30 pounds and keep it off forever, what do you need to be prioritizing? Body movement, getting sleep, drinking water, eating clean, and stressing less, right? Those are 5 things that you can prioritize and show up consistently with so that you can get shit done. All right, number 6, there's just 2 more. a couple more here. So number 6 is know your weaknesses and learn to overcome them. So if you want to know how to master self-discipline, proactively practice with your weaknesses. Let me give you a fun example. So everyone who knows me and is a client of mine knows that I love gummy bears, and especially like those sour/sweet gummy worms. Like I freaking love them. Back in my corporate day when I was still on the health train and I was still trying to lose the weight, get in the best shape of my life, I would buy a bag of gummy bears and I would put them in my desk. So every day, yes, I was tempted, right? I would pull out the drawer for like a pen or something like that. I'm like, oh, gummy bears. And then I'd be like, Carissa, no, you're stronger than this right now. And every day I would build up that discipline. I would build up the discipline. Okay. So if I made it to 4 days without opening the bag of gummy bears, awesome. The next time I was like, okay, you can make it another 7 days, right? And it became almost a game. Self-discipline was built through practicing self-discipline. Okay. So that's just a fun little tip too. Number 7 is know how you will tackle your setbacks. So I told you, right? Setbacks are inevitable. They're going to happen. So you need to understand what could be the setback that is going to show up like that in your life. And then once you know what could show up in your life that could set you back, you can determine how to prevent that setback. So an example of this is if you were trying to lose weight and you are trying to go to the gym every day. And identifying your setbacks would be maybe lack of time, kids, not knowing what to do, not having an accountability partner, right? Because all of these things could eventually become a setback for you, okay? So once you know them, then it's your job to come up with solutions before they even happen. So you could say, well, time management might be a problem. So you're going to say, okay, what can I do to prevent that time management problem? It's an excuse, really. What can I do to prevent it? And you're going to say, oh, well, I can schedule that into my calendar so that everybody knows that I'm going to the gym at this time, right? So that's just an example. Hopefully that makes sense. All right. So self-discipline is the key to creating consistency, and consistency is key to growth and achieving all of your goals. So ladies, that's it for today. I hope you took today's training like seriously. I hope you wrote down that shit, because this is advice that I would give my elite paying clients. This is advice that I have learned how to do, how to become a master of. I am curious. Please drop your aha chats, like your ahas below. And what is an aha? It's just a moment where you watch this video and you're like, aha, I like it, right? Or, ooh, maybe that'll help me. It's really your biggest takeaway from today's training experience with me. I would love to hear about your favorite part. And what are you willing to try this week to improve your self-discipline? Just drop that in the chat right now so that I can also help support you, because yeah, I'm excited to hear what you're willing to try. And if you're ready to become more disciplined in the area of healthy meal planning and prepping, I want to invite you to the Learn to Meal Prep Masterclass. You're going to learn how to meal prep to lose weight. It's a fun and interactive masterclass helping women boss up in the kitchen so that they can boss up in their bodies. Meal prep can help you lose weight by setting you up for success. When you have a healthy plan in place, you're less likely to grab that takeout food or processed food on the run. So what will you get in this masterclass? Well, it's a 4-day masterclass. Day 1, you're going to learn you're going to learn my personal 3-step meal planning process that's going to help you become successful in the kitchen and with all of your weight loss goals. Day 2, we're going to discover and tackle which foods are going to work well for meal prepping. You will learn my perfect 3-ingredient meal prep template to get you started. Day 3 in this class, you are encouraged to download all the resources, to go get everything you're going to need from the grocery store so that on day 4, you can cook along with me. Now, this is a live masterclass cooking along with me in your kitchen. You're going to walk away with 6 healthy meals, 5 to 6 healthy meals. You're going to cook virtually in your kitchen, and you're going to be able to ask me any questions that you have around nutrition and meal prepping. So the cost or the investment, if you will, is only $10 per person, and you will receive meal prep recipes to help you lose weight. You're going to receive the How-To Meal Prep for Beginners guide. You are going to learn the 7-day clean eating meal plan plus the recipes. And then, of course, all the live support and all that jazz. So you guys, to get signed up for that, I'm going to put some information there. It's February 23rd through the 26th. Again, you're going to learn how to meal prep in this masterclass, and it's only $10. So invite your girlfriends, get signed up. I would love for you to do that. Just put in the comment section below food prep, and I will send you some more information. And last but not least, ladies, if you are looking to, to really boss up in your life, I want to encourage you to take my quiz. You are going to learn how to which boss up babe personality type you are so that you can boss up in your health and your wellness. Okay. So understanding what kind of personality type you are. And then plus I'm going to deliver you 5 helpful tips to help you get started on that journey, depending on your personality. So you guys take that quiz today. The link is below. And always, if you're looking to boss up big time in your life, your health, your business, I want to encourage you to boss up and book the call with me today. It's carissaatkins.com/bossup15. It's a 15-minute, no pressure conversation where I will help you reach all of your health and wellness goals. All right, ladies, stay awesome, and I will see you soon.